We are at one of the most popular spots in Washington, D.C. Nearly 8 million visitors a year come to the Lincoln Memorial, but very few get a look from the underside of the memorial where we are right now. Architecturally speaking, it's known as the undercroft. This essentially basement area shows the foundations that hold the memorial up. Ground was broken for the Lincoln Memorial on February 12th, Lincoln's birthday, 1914. Built on what was essentially reclaimed swampland at the far end of the National Mall, the architects and the engineers were required to go deep in underground to reach bedrock to put in the 122 concrete pillars that would ultimately hold up the memorial. The foundations were completed in just over a year by May of 1915, and construction of the memorial proper began at that point. From where we stand right now, we are located directly beneath the statue of Abraham Lincoln. Those reinforced concrete ribs that you see directly above, those contain reinforcing steel designed to hold up the massive weight of the statue of the seated Abraham Lincoln. Work is underway, and the project is expected to be completed, and this will be open by 2020, 2 years before the centennial of the dedication of the Lincoln Memorial. One of the fascinating features of the undercroft are a series of charcoal drawings that are found on the concrete pillars of the foundations. One can almost picture the workman on a lunch break or bored during a lull in construction activity, grabbing a lump of charcoal and just passing the time by doodling or drawing cartoon figures. They couldn't possibly have imagined that a century later we would still be fascinated by their drawings, as they tell us not only a little bit about the men who worked on the memorial, but also give us a glimpse into early 20th century American life. Very few visitors get the opportunity to see the undercroft, but the National Park Service is working to change that. Through a generous donation from businessman and philanthropist David M. Rubenstein, we are in the process of designing a new visitor exhibit area that will also include exhibits about the history of the memorial and allow us to talk more about some of the men who helped to construct the memorial.